So, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, whatever time of the day it is for you. For me, I think it's got to be about 1:45. And yes, I am coming out of Colville again. Yes, it's a Friday, so it's college. Only 2 hours. But whilst I'm here, I'll go to Subway and get some coursework done. So, I meant to make this video the other day, well, about a week ago. But it was when all the snow was down and all the ice, and where I was going was all back lanes. So it sort of required a bit more concentration, and the further I went down them, the worse it got. So I sort of left it midway. Talking of weather, we're now in the spring, and hopefully that's the last of the shitty weather that we've had. As I said, not last week, the week before, -6. That was a cold ass ride back from Fradley. So yeah, spring's here, and it's noticeable because I went to Fradley Wednesday, so 2 days ago, and I left just before 6 o'clock to get over there, and when I got there, which is 25-30 minutes later, it was still light, which doesn't sound like a big thing to most people, but when you've been going over and it's dark, it is a very pleasant change. So the good weather might be here, which means it'll be time to give this bike a wash, because I haven't washed it since October the 6th was when I last washed it, so long due wash. So I thought I'd follow up with a sort of video response style. Oh, it's the thing behind me. Oh yeah, the vehicle turning left. Yeah, so I thought I'd go and make a sort of video response to Amp'd Moto. He did a video, can't remember when it was, not long ago, called "Why Do I Ride?" And he sort of opened it up for everybody to go and answer. So I thought that's what I'd do. So I've been riding just shy. Didn't know when I made tractors. And that's the second gear pull off. So I've been riding for just shy of 3 years. My first CBT was the, I believe, 10th of March 3 years ago. So was that 2015? And the only reason I think it's then is I've just done the bike insurance, and that was set to run out on the 10th. And my original insurance policy for the moped I had was started on the day I passed my CBT. Yeah, so I started off on a moped, and then I went to this. I kept the moped for about 9 months, and then moved on to this because if anyone's ridden a 50cc moped as their daily, they'll know how much of a pain in the arse it is, and how heavily underpowered they are. So yeah, I sort of started off with that, and the main reason I had that was going to college. I wasn't stopping on to do sixth form, and I certainly wasn't prepared to pay the bus pass prices. So I had a little Chinese 50 Rev and Go, direct bikes sport. Had that for about 9 months. Just nip into Tesco. Right, the limitations of riding a motorcycle makes Mother's Age pretty hard because you can't take flowers. But yeah, so I sort of started on that moped. I mean, it wasn't a bad little bike. It did what you wanted it to do, minus speed. It did, and it did it quite well. I rode that all year round. I never motor vlogged on that. I didn't even have a camera when I was on that. And then I got this, and that moped was really just a step to get going. The plan for a car was never really there as such. So obviously, because I was 17 when I got my hands on this, I could ride it straight off the CBT I did on the motorcycle, on the scooter. So I was going to see it through for another however many months it is, and so there was never any plans for a car, and if I'm being honest, it still isn't. Just because of how cheap this bike is. I mean, I'll do another video. Well, I want to do another video actually of a sort of 2 years later. Well, I've had this bike 2 years and 2 months. So I do want to get a video out, give my opinion on it, because it's not really a common bike. So I'll get a review on it, talk about just talk about a normal review, but yeah, so as I look at cars now, yeah, I've had quotes. That's a one-way system. Yeah, I mean, this bike for me, it's just been bulletproof. So I've just kept it, and I've just kept going and going and going. I mean, to give you some specs, when I brought this 2 years ago, it had done 2,500 kilometers from new. And I mean, now we're just at 21,278 kilometers. And I've started getting into obviously moto vlogging, as you can tell, and white nights. I mean, I'd have never have taken the scooter to a bike night. I mean, it was a Chinese scooter. You'd never go around taking it to bike nights. But no, for me, this has just been, it's gone from basically a getting on the road to just a changeover. And if I'm being honest, I don't want to get rid of it. I've done a video on looking at getting a car. and my thoughts and circumstances. I'll try to do the YouTube cards things. All else fails, I'll put it in the description along with a link to Amp's video. But it's just, as I say, it's not, I didn't know back when I started riding the scooter that I would be out here 3 years in, riding around on a 125 with a gearbox, not the silly automatics, but an actual manual gearbox, and riding it through the snow, the wind, the rain, the hail. So I don't know how you want to sort of round that off, but yeah, that's why I ride, just because I started, it was the only thing I could do, and then I just kept at it. And I would like to go bigger, because trust me, a 125 does have its limitations at times. But yeah, that's it really. So if that makes any sense, I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care.